Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again for a nice karate match of World Savior in red versus the X in blue. It's been a long time that I've done some breaks, but now I'm back to have some great casts, and this was indeed one of the best games the last 6 months. So let's have a closer look at it. World Savior is building his wood economy. You can see how he builds his streets, but with the street next to the headquarter. This is not the best micro, but it's okay. On the other hand, the X also building his wood economy with a double path and won one street to get the wires as fast as possible to the trees. But here's a little mistake because he's got his woodcutters a little bit too much down. And he's going for the fast labyrinth. Let's see how World tries to conquer it. He's going for the toolsmith and also going for a nice wood economy. Now the farmer is coming, and he's going for his expansion as well as two fortresses, which is an extremely defensive tactic. Usually, World Savior plays a little bit more in the middle of the map, like expanding, but this game he seems to be extremely defensive. Let's have a look how this turns out. On the other hand of the mountain, the X is going for his mill and the bakery. So he's also a fortress, so it's gonna be a very defensive game. We can see in a few time, which is quite interesting. So now we are seeing his economy for the fast hero build, because World Savior is always going for his fast hero, which is a nice strategy, I think. And yeah, this is the map. You now probably have heard of Crater. Crater is a very fast playing map, and what's extremely interesting in this game is that both players are preparing for a very defensive build. You can see the X with his fortress on the top, and World Savior even with two fortresses, which is extremely defensive, but I know there's been some games between the probably best players of the world, those two, which have played very offensive, and both came to the conclusion that it's now better to play a little bit more defensive, which is an interesting thing, because usually one player always gets the head off in offensive, while the other one gets the head off in defensive, but this time it turns out completely different. Now, a little bit later, World Savior is starting with his soldiers than the X, but on the other hand, he has a lot stronger economy, but a little less. Yeah, this is working. Yeah, he's struggling with some wood at the moment, but this will be turned out in a very short time. So the X is also going very defensive, starting his iron production and coal production, as well as some farmers. Two farmers, two and three farmers. Three farmers, which is a very economic build. Usually, the X is a very excellent player in rushing strategy, but this time we see a whole economy build, and so he's going for his barracks. So right now we can nicely see the build-up of both players. In statistics, they are extremely the same, like the X are slightly a bit ahead. And in the build-up, the X is trying to push with his towers, one tower here and one scout above. Two worlds, very economic build and very defense build. World is playing 100% eco, which is a good thing, I think, but in the early game it doesn't turn out because many wares aren't produced or the streets are blocked. But let's see how it's going. Now he's got in his fortress, he got a half hero, two half heroes, and The X is going to attack. The X is having very many upgrades. You can see like the attack upgrade and the defense, as well as the evade, which is a very nice thing. And here the X is getting 3 half heroes. 3 half heroes, but they don't attack. What are you doing? This is excellent economic play, but these heroes are just sitting in the back. Yeah, while World Savior is fighting with his 2 heroes, and so he has got a very big advantage over the X in this point. Um, yeah, this is sometimes very funny because the economic part and upgrading and everything is like 100% perfect in the X play, but he often forgets about 3 heroes just right back standing in minute 50. While the World Savior at the moment only has 2 heroes and half heroes and not much upgrades, but in fighting he's slightly ahead. All right, so these both are fighting, and I guess the red guy will win. And World is retreating, so this looks like even though a partly victory for the X. But he's getting his soldiers back, and they are healing extremely quickly. This very funny thing. And yeah, you see that even though you can balance economic power by quickly getting your soldiers up, and so what's happening now is that World Savior is attacking with his only half hero, or he got 2 of them, but the X doesn't have the right soldier in it, so he retreats for this fight because he's only got 2 upgrades, while this one is having 6 upgrades, which is very nice. But there are many soldiers on World Savior which have no upgrade at all, like no attack, no evade, nothing. But the X is having his heroes here are 1, 2 heroes, and the other heroes are here are only evade soldiers. Okay, but he's having 4 or 5 heroes while World Savior is having only 2. But World Savior is going now at minute 55 for the upgrade. He's going for 1 full hero. So he got 1 full hero and 1 half hero. While I wonder at this pro stage that World is far behind in in training soldiers because he only got 2 heroes while while the X is having 5 of them. But yeah, he's gone for a much larger economy, therefore. So in military, we see a very close race of both players, which is very interesting. And the X expanding a little bit more. Nobody wants to attack. World Savior also going for an expansion. Oh, now the game seems a little bit more turning. The X going for a fortress, and now here's the attack. The X is attacking again, and World Savior is trying to defend. So it's a bad thing if you are having many screens and many games at the same time, so you can't concentrate on one. All right, so he retreats with his hero, and this is a very game-changing thing. You see this little hero, he's got almost 0 health, but he retreats, and the X on the other side has a vast advantage in economy, in military, but has to retreat, and all his soldiers are full health, which you will see later, because I watched this replay once, and here you see the bug coming in a second. Another hero, now World Savior's got 3 heroes, and now this hero, he's healing in almost no time. He goes back to the fortress, while the X attacks, and you see how fast this hero is healing. That's absolutely insane, it's bug. But some players like it, that they have fast hero again, but it changes the game very slightly, you see, of course. So, World with an excellent headquarter defense. He got his soldiers all around the headquarter. And defending, very good. This is the best way to defeat a very fast rushing strategy. And here we have the hero is again at full health and can now attack again, which he does. And Now slaughters all the other soldiers. Yeah, which you see at the statistics. Weeks is again ahead, and world is falling highly down to the ground. But because of this hero bug, I think this can change very fastly. So the game is the other way around. Let's have a look. Now the X is going for an expansion, even more towers, more fortresses, and World Savior is attacking with his hero. He's going here, and where is he? Don't know. Yeah, and statistics, the X is 30% ahead. In wares, he's like 15% ahead, which you can see like good players, they are going down very heavily, which you can see that World Savior had an excellent start, but is not getting really ahead of it, while the X is not investing that much in the beginning, but now he has a much higher rise and a much better economic play and larger one, while the military is also like a little bit, and therefore he attacks. The hero intercepts, which is very funny. And at the moment I can only do YouTube like 15 minutes, so I have to have a little look at the time, but we only got like a few minutes left. And World Savior retreats with his fortress, loses all the buildings, but the X is only a little bit ahead in military, while what happened here? The X lost a very lot. And on the other side, World Savior went back with his tower. This time I missed it, often I didn't miss it, and destroyed the headquarters. So World Savior manages to get ahead in eco, and in military, it's also very, very slightly. The X is attacking here. Yeah, this is a very good move of World Savior because he lost his fortress on the top, but at the same time he managed to get the X headquarter in the south. And the X is attacking again. The hero defends. Maybe he gets healed again in 3 seconds, our superhero. Yeah, he got healed again in 3 seconds, and he's again at full health. You see, like how fast it goes. Like only a few seconds and he's full health, which is a bug, I think. But there are also some arguments against those super strong heroes, of course. Like they have been growing all the time, and so you don't want to change it. And now both players are quite as strong as in military. And in economy, World Savior gets a little bit much ahead, like 30%. And that should be GG. The X is trying to attack the headquarter, but World Savior's headquarter defense worked very well. Indeed, the superhero was 3 times healed to full health, which made a big difference. This is a little bit of bug. I hope that we can solve it soon, but it doesn't get solved anyway. Alright, and so this is a very nice game of 2 pro players. I'll be happy to cast a little bit more in the future, and World is attacking again the tower. And we also have a tournament at the moment, which is very nice, and this is the GT. Very nice game of both players. I think very highly on a very high level, especially if you have a look at the 5 super fast half heroes of the X, which were excellent, as well as World Savior's fast hero, but he attacked with but the healing bug made a big difference in this game. Without healing, this game would have been completely different. So it's nice to see. And if you have any improvements or ideas, let me know in the comments. See you soon.